This is Josiah Plays Dragon Age Origins. This is not a blind playthrough. I have played through this game completely twice on the Nightmare difficulty. The first time I played a human rogue of the noble origin, and the second time I played a city elf warrior of the city elf origin. And this time I'm gonna try out a mage, a human mage. Typically I don't like mages in RPGs, but I want to give it a try for this game. However, because I've already beaten the game twice on Nightmare, and now I'm just kind of want to get through it again kind of quickly for the story in preparation of playing Dragon Age 2 and 3, which I've never played, I'm going to play on easy so I can just kind of burn through it. Now, until fairly recently, this game was on my top 5 games of all time. And I've been playing games since like the mid-80s. So I've played a lot of games, a lot of RPGs, and this was in my top 5 of all time. Now, in the last year or two, a lot of good games have come out, so I think it might have gotten sort of bumped. It might not be in the top 5 anymore, but it's still certainly in the top 10 games of all time. I really like this game. So, I'm looking forward to playing it again. I don't have any mods going for this. And I think that's all I need to say. So here's what I'm going to do. Now, I've already made my character, and I have a save game with my character because it took me a while with the sliders and everything. I didn't want everybody to have to watch that. I actually made a different character than the one I did when I was messing around on my stream last night, for those who were here for that. And I have a save game at the very beginning of the game, like as soon as you can save. So we're going to do a new game. We're going to see the initial cutscenes and stuff, and I'll briefly show you character creation, but then we'll just get through it real quick. We'll see the initial cutscenes, then I'll load my other game with the character that I spent time making. Character creation week. Yeah, Moz. I did fuck around with character creation on stream last night for about, I don't know, an hour or something at the end of my 12-hour stream, but I didn't record that. Alright, here you go. So, new game. Origins. Awakening is the expansion. Like a separate campaign. Gonna be playing through that as well after this is done. I like the visual and audio style of this game very much. And so is the golden city blackened with each step you take in my hall. Marvel at perfection, for it is fleeting. You have brought sin to heaven and doom upon all the world. Canticle of Threnodies, 813. That's like the Dragon Age Bible.
The chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead, they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation.
Hey Annie, welcome. Uh-oh. Well, they look pretty ready. They got a lot of golems and stuff. Looks like the Darkspawn are kinda
the Grey Wardens came.
causing chaos.
Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings, The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness, and prevailed.
These guys just got lit up.
It has been 4 centuries since that victory.
4 centuries.
And we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten.
Actually, those people are dead.
We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. Even be too late. For I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker,
Duncan's a cool dude.
help us all.
Looks ominous. Very ominous. How you doing, Annie? Alright, so you've got different backgrounds in this, which gives you an origin story that you play through, which is unique to your sort of race class background combination. I've played through all of them at least twice. The ones that I've actually played to completion, like I mentioned, were the City Elf and the Human Noble Rogue. This time, though, I'm going to be going with... Yeah, the other 2 characters were male. This time I'm going to play female Human Mage. Let's see what it says here. Men and women in Ferelden are generally regarded as equals. Both genders are evenly represented in most organizations, noble houses, and military forces. The most numerous, yet the most divided of all the races. Only 4 times have they ever united under a single cause, the last being centuries ago. Religion and the chantry play a large part in human society. It distinguishes them culturally from elves and dwarves more than anything else. Humans can be warriors, rogues, or mages, and they get a little bit of stats on everything. Is there one where you have a lightning-shaped scar on your head? Yeah, the Harry Potter specific background. Mage. As dangerous as it is potent, magic is a curse for those lacking the will to wield it. Malevolent spirits that wish to enter the world of the living are drawn to mages like beacons, putting the mage and everyone nearby in constant danger. Because of this, mages lead lives of isolation, locked away from the world they threaten. Specializations include spirit healer, shapeshifter, arcane warrior, and blood mage. And you get some magic, some willpower, and some cunning. And then if you choose a mage, whether you be an elf mage or a human mage, it doesn't matter. You are required to take the Magi background. You can't do Human Noble or City Elf or Dalish Elf. You have to do the Magi background. Wielding a power as dangerous as it is potent, you know that magic is a curse for those lacking the will to control it. You anxiously await your harrowing, the one chance to prove yourself against the demons lurking without and within. Succeed, or be slaughtered by the knights who ward against your kind. So mages kind of have it rough in this world. They kind of have it rough.
Greetings.
Alright, so we're going to skip right past this whole part. But anyway, you can go through. There's presets. There's millions of sliders. Different voice sets. Everything else. Then you do your attributes. You got 5 points to spend. Here's your starting ones that have gotten bonuses from your race and your class. So, you know, we put a couple in magic. Some in willpower. Magic makes your magic more powerful. Willpower gives you more mana to cast magic. Then there's various skills you can choose. Coercion, stealing, trap making, survival, herbalism, poison making, combat training, and combat tactics. We're going to take Coercion for this character. Needs more skywriting and Catapult. Catapult. And then as a mage you choose between your spells, and as you can see there are an awful lot of spells. Each one is like a spell line where you have to take this one, then you can take this one, then you can take this one, then you can take this one. But the spells in brief are Arcane Bolt, Arcane Shield, Staff Focus, Arcane Mastery, Flame Blast, Flaming Weapons, Fireball, Inferno, Rock Armor, Stone Fist, Earthquake, Petrify, Winter's Grasp, Frost Weapons, Cone of Cold, Blizzard, Lightning, Shock, Tempest, Chain Lightning, Heal, Rejuvenate, Regeneration, Mass Rejuvenation, Heroic Offense, Heroic Aura, Heroic Defense, and Haste, Glyph of Paralysis, Glyph of Warding, Glyph of Repulsion, Glyph of Neutralization, Spell Wisp, Grease, Spell Bloom, Stinging Swarm, Spell Shield, Dispel Magic, Anti-Magic Ward, Anti-Magic Burst, Mana Drain, Mana Cleanse, Spell Might, Mana Clash, Walking Bomb, Death Siphon, Virulent Walking Bomb, Animate Dead. And if you're watching this on a video, the VOD on Twitch or the YouTube, you can pause, you know, as I mouse over each thing if you really want to read these. Mind Blast, Force Field, Telekinetic Weapons, Crushing Prison, Weakness, Paralyze, Miasma, Mass Paralysis, Vulnerability Hacks, Affliction Hacks, Misdirection Hacks, Death Hacks, Disorient, Horror, Sleep, Walking Nightmare, Drain Life, Death Magic, Curse Immortality, and Death Cloud. And they're divided into sections like Entropy Magic, Spirit Magic, Creation Magic, Primal Magic, and then just general mage stuff. So it starts us with Arcane Bolt for free. We can choose two more. I'm going to choose Heal and Winter's Grasp. And that's what I'm taking to start. Difficulty level is going to be on easy, as I explained before. So we're going to watch this initial cutscene.
On a cliff overlooking the dark waters of Lake Kalanhad stands the tower fortress that is home to the Circle of Magi. This tower is the only place in Ferelden where mages may study their art among others of their kind. Within the high stone walls, the Circle practices its magic and trains apprentices in the proper use of their powers. But the Circle Tower is as much a prison as a refuge. The ever-vigilant Templars of the Chantry watch over all mages, constantly alert for any sign of corruption. This gilded cage is the only world you know. Found to be sensitive to magic at a young age, you were torn from your family and grafted here as an apprentice. Now, that apprenticeship is nearly over. All that remains is the final test, the harrowing.
Magic exists to serve man, and never to rule over him. Thus spoke the prophet Andraste as she cast down the Tevinter Imperium, ruled by mages who had brought the world to the edge of ruin. Your magic is a gift, but it's also a curse. For demons of the Dream Realm, the Fade, are drawn to you, and seek to use you as a gateway into this world.
This is why the harrowing exists. The ritual sends you into the Fade, and there you will face a demon, armed with only your will.
What happens if I cannot defeat the demon?
It will turn you into an abomination, and the Templars will be forced to slay you. This is Lyrium, the very essence of magic, and your gateway into the Fade.
The harrowing is a secret out of necessity, child. Every mage must go through this trial by fire. As we succeeded, so shall you. Keep your wits about you, and remember the Fade is a realm of dreams. The spirits may rule it, but your own will is real.
The apprentice must go through this test alone, First Enchanter. You are ready.
So I really like how dangerous and sort of dark magic is in this setting. And the fact that, like, mages are feared and they're tightly controlled, and, you know, there's a whole group of knights whose job it is to just kill mages if they're not, you know, completely in control. And this sort of primacy of the church ruling over the arcane practitioners. So mages are sort of an oppressed class in this world, as opposed to a lot of places where there's like a pseudo-magocracy or something where mages are the most powerful and they rule over everything. In this world, mages are sort of screwed, and if you don't, you know, agree with the Tower and the Templars and follow their rules, they hunt you down and kill you. You know, renegade mages are hunted down and killed. So now I'm going to load at this exact spot. What do you mean I can't switch character? Maybe I can only do that from the main menu. Alright, this character doesn't need to exist. Alright, so this is the character I made, Caitlin, also a human mage, just the same, but... You are facing your harrowing, the final test that marks your passage from apprentice to mage. You have entered the Fade, the dream world, armed with nothing more than your wits and your will. Here you must confront a demon that seeks to destroy you and possess your body. Defeat the demon, and you will pass the test. Fail, and you will die. What's up, Kat, by the way? Welcome. How you doing? Amaranth, hey, good to see you. How you doing? Alright. So, it's telling me how to move around. That is great. I don't even think they give you a magic staff to start with, do they? You really only are armed with your wits. Now, here's a bunch of items that I have because they're DLC items. They want a demonstration of your ability. Did I really play 12 hours of Fallout? No. I streamed for 12 hours, but only maybe half of that time was Fallout. I'm good, thanks. We've got the Formari Tome here. These are all, like, items from DLC or pre-ordering or whatever. Normally, you wouldn't really start with all these items. Formari are known for a rigorous dedication to the pursuit of knowledge. This manual, one of the more popular Formari texts, contains a wide variety of insight into skills and knowledge. Now, if I use this, I get a skill point. A free skill point. I don't get to raise any of this because I didn't actually level up. I just got a skill point. I'm going to put it right into... I need level 4 for improved... I'm going to put it right into improved coercion since I have the 12 cunning needed. That way I can really coerge well right out the gate. Then there's another book like that, Grimoire of the Frozen Wastes. In these pages are hundreds of harrowing tales describing how the barbarians of the Frozen Wastes, far north of Orthland, survive in their icy homeland. The authors hope their stories will help readers in their times of need, or at the least, prove entertaining. So that'll give me 3 more attribute points, which I will put 2 into magic and 1 into willpower. You should kill the market lady who kills cows in Fallout next time you play it, of course. That does sound like a good idea, Kat. That does sound like a good idea. Then there's a bunch of stuff I can't use. A fancy dagger, a fancy bow. I could technically wear this helm, but I'm not going to. Now these boots I might wear. Oh, but we're going to read the lore on all these items. The edge. Newly forged and sporting an edge sharp enough to cut through boot leather. This blade is the pinnacle of Ferelden crafting skill. Wait, there's more! It slices, it dices, and can make Orlesian potatoes. Yours for just one easy payment. Nice. Bregan's bow. This bow once belonged to Bregan, an Orlesian commander of the Grey. He left the bow in the hands of a young recruit before venturing into the deep roads to answer his calling. There is a legend amongst the dwarves of the Legion of the Dead that, 3 centuries ago, a commander of the Legion came across the body of a legionnaire wearing a helmet inscribed with lyrium. He took it and died nobly, and then his body was found years later by another commander, and so forth for generations. The helmet is said to be a sign of an honorable death for the lucky dwarf who stumbles across it. The Lion's Paw boots. Lady Rosamond, an infamous outlaw of the Korkari wilds, wore these regal boots. Through clever ambushes and surprising tactics, she spent decades preying on merchants and eluding the king's guards until one day she simply disappeared. Some still brave the wilds in search of her hidden hoard of treasure. So this would give me an extra point of armor, chance to dodge attacks, chance to avoid missile attacks. That all sounds really good. Let's put those on. I don't really remember what fatigue does exactly. Oh. Wearing armor causes fatigue, which is a percentage increase of the basic mana or stamina cost to activate a spell or talent. Okay, that's what fatigue does. So you're incentivized to not wear much armor as a mage. Here's some rough leather boots. Flexible and waterproof. These are good for most weather and terrain. When equipped in a set with basic leather armor and gloves, the character's spells or talents cost less to activate. Well, that's nice. Then you get some Blood Dragon Plate. This armor is really good. Like, at low level. Like, when I made my City Elf Warrior, I pumped every single point into strength in the beginning until I got to 38 strength, so I was able to wear this really early, and it was super overpowered. Commissioned by an infamous Navaran dragon hunter. This armor was crafted in a time when dragons had almost been hunted to extinction. Infused with their blood, the armor gained notoriety after the hunter died at the hands of men, rather than the dragons it was designed to protect him from. When all 4 pieces of Blood Dragon Plate are equipped, the character gains a bonus to defense and armor. The Bulwark of the True King is a shield. Looks very nice. This shield once belonged to Moira, the rebel queen who was killed when her liege lords betrayed her to the Orlesians. The shield was taken from her body and given in tribute to the usurper Megrin. It has since changed hands several times. I like the fact that, like, you must go into the harrowing, armed with nothing but your wits, and here, have, like, fucking 17 magic items as well. The Pearl of the Anointed. This amulet was torn from the neck of Emperor Cordilis Drakon of Orlais, the Anointed, during one of the many battles he fought to spread the chant throughout Thedas. Gives me +1 to all attributes and increases my gold find. Now there's 2 other amulets I have to choose from here as well. No, lots of amulets. And rings and belts. So this is the amulet of the War Mage. This amulet was forged during the height of the ancient Tevinter Imperium's power, a time when entire armies would flee upon seeing a Tevinter Magister stride into battle. While the name Cavelus remains engraved on its back, any memory of the Magister who created it has been lost to the mists of time. Even though it says it's for a mage, I don't think I'm going to wear this one. When do you pick your spell you get to cast today? Well, in this one, fortunately, you get to cast your spells over and over as much as you want. They just have a cooldown. So I can cast Winter's Grasp every 8 seconds. I can cast Heal every 5 seconds. Of course, they do cost mana. So you can run out of mana, and then you can't cast any more spells, obviously. Then there's the Feral Wolf Charm. Chastened hunters favor charms like this, supposedly enchanted on moonlit nights by scantily clad witches deep in the heart of the Korkari wilds. But perhaps that is just wishful thinking. Health regen, armor, and nature resistance. The Mark of Vigilance. Not all Maleficar practice forbidden blood magic, but Templars must constantly guard against the possibility that even an innocuous-seeming mage has delved into arts that permit him to control the minds of others. The best mage hunters are granted these valued amulets as rewards by the divine. They are often entombed alongside the Templar when he dies. Some resistance stuff. So we're going to wear the Pearl of the Anointed because I like +1 to all attributes more than the other things. Now I have 2 points of armor. Oh, that didn't affect my armor, of course. Now we got some belts to choose from. A couple of them. We've got the Guildmaster's belt. Most peasants despise the Guildmasters of Denerim for growing fat off their labors. Quite literally, in the case of this belt's former owner, who could have stood to lose a pound or two. Gives cunning, dodge chance, and again increases monetary gain. There's also Embry's mini pockets. Embry of Gwaran, an elven mage of limited talent who volunteered to become one of the Tranquil, proved herself a talented enchanter. Enchantment, if absent-minded. She kept an array of magical ingredients on her belt at all times, and eventually the belt itself became magical. Embry died of lyrium poisoning many years later, but the enchanted belt remains. Alright, we're gonna wear the Guildmaster's belt. Yep. See you later, cat. Have a good one. And now we have a ton of rings. Now we get to wear 2 rings. There's a Dalish promise ring. Intended for a Dalish elf's betrothed, this enchanted silver band was blessed by the tribe's keeper to ensure a long, healthy life. Health regen in combat reduces hostility, plus 15% to healing effects received. That one's pretty nice. The Band of Fire. The magical fire used to forge these rings requires great care, but unfortunate incidents of singed eyebrows and burnt hair still result. There is some speculation that this is why the Formari often shave their heads. Okay, give some resistances and some con. The Wicked Oath. Countess Luciana of Antiva lived as a virtual prisoner in her husband's castle until an elven slave offered her a way out. The slave magically bound a small amount of the Countess's blood into a ring in return for a promise of freedom. The Countess agreed, and the Count was found stabbed soon afterwards, this ring lying beside him. Neither Luciana nor the slave were ever seen again. So this is good for rogues. The Lucky Stone. This old stone, set in a golden ring, has been an aid and companion to dozens of adventurers across innumerable years. Its trip to Ferelden was long and convoluted. Some say it has a life of its own. +1 to all attributes. And finally, the Memory Band. Made by the Formari, these lyrium-infused rings are supposed to help apprentices retain their lessons. They work rather well. Too well, perhaps, as less capable students sometimes wear 3 or 4 per finger. This ring boosts experience points by 1%. I don't consider 1% to be a very significant boost. We're going to wear the Lucky Stone for another +1 to all attributes, and we're going to wear the Dalish Promise Ring. And we can carry 70 items. There's no weight in this game. Only a limit to how many items you can carry. This is for the whole party. And it does not include items you have equipped. You can buy backpacks later on that increase this number from 70 up to larger and larger numbers of items you can carry. Alright. Now, you think, oh, we're done with that, we can move on. No, you're wrong. We're going to look at some stuff here. So, at this point, I got 2 points of armor. 43 defense is chance of dodging or parrying. 12 spell power. effectiveness, duration, and damage of spells, as well as staff damage. There's my main hand damage. Now, right now, I'm literally equipped with nothing but my fists, so that's not great. I'm not going to read what every stat does, because, you know, I just don't want to. Some resistances here. Heroic accomplishments. I have 1% of the game complete. I think they're rounding up to 1% because I'm pretty sure I don't actually have 1%. There's my skills, my inventory, my spells and talents. Got that arcane bolt, that winter's grasp, and that heal. Here's what's going to happen here. This is going to go all the way across. And I can make some potions with my herbalism. But of course I do not have any of the ingredients yet. Can switch my weapon sets, but I don't have any weapons yet. The journal. Here's the map of the Fade. Shows your location. Zoom out. Zoom in. There's a legend. Everything in this game, UI-wise, and just all the visual style of the game is really nice. Tactics is where you set up what you want your character to do if the AI is on. And the fact is, I don't think I want to use tactics for this character. Main menu. Quick save with F5, and it's actually quick. I can make the mini-map go away if I wish. Here's my character, 95 health, 170 mana. So I have 170 mana, and as you see, my spells don't cost that much. It costs 15, costs 20, costs 20. I'm not sure how fast it regenerates, but I can cast quite a few spells in a given fight with that much mana. And we're almost ready to start moving. Currently we're in the Fade, which is like the realm of dreams. I might do a little zoomy zoom here. Maybe not quite that much zoomy zoom. Maybe like this. But I want to look at the journal finally, and I believe there's a codex to look at. Current quests. In the High Tower of the Mages. Your journal. Yeah, I know. The Harrowing. You face your harrowing, the rite of passage that marks your transition from apprentice to mage. You have been thrown into the Fade to fend off the demons that see you as a gateway into the world. Prove that these demons have no hold over you, and that you are fit to wear the mantle of a circle mage. And then this is a DLC quest, which we're not gonna think about for a long time. Codex! You see all these entries? You see how many there are? Am I gonna read every single one of them? Yup! Except for the ones that are about... And then there's a whole lot of DLC content. You can see different DLCs and stuff that are... And it even tells you what they are. Like, hey, what's... what's... Witch Hunt? Oh, it's a special quest thing or whatever. And you can... I don't know what BioWare points balance means. Maybe this is showing you all the DLC that's available, and you could buy them with BioWare points from here if you didn't already have them, or something. But I bought the Ultimate Edition, which includes every single one of these already. Here's a log of your dialogue, so if you missed something during the dialogue or cutscene, you can go back and read it. Okay, let's look at the codex. So there's 33 creature entries. We don't have any. There's 18 item entries. We don't have any. Magic and religion. We have entry 78. The Harrowing. Among apprentices of the Circle, nothing is regarded with more fear than the Harrowing. Little is known about this rite of passage, and that alone would be cause for dread. But it is well understood that only those apprentices who pass this trial are ever seen again. they return as full members of the circle of Magi. Of those who fail, nothing is known. Perhaps they are sent away in disgrace. Perhaps they are killed on the spot. I heard one patently ridiculous rumor among the circle at Ravane, which claimed that failed apprentices were transformed into pigs, fattened up, and served at dinner to the senior enchanters. That would be fucked up. But I can find no evidence that the Ravani circle ate any particular quantity of pork. From In Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of a Chantry Scholar by Brother Genetivi. We're going to see that guy's name a lot. 69 Culture and History, we have none. We have encountered a couple of characters, though. Knight Commander Gregor. Your magic is a gift, but it's also a curse. The Circle of Magi has trained you, and we Templars of the Chantry stand vigil to ensure that training is adequate, and if not, we will kill you. And First Enchanter Irving, who's like the Dumbledore of this Circle Tower, if you want to survive, you must learn the rules and realize that sometimes sacrifices are necessary. Books and songs, 35 of them, we have none. Notes. This is credits for the Feast Day gifts and credits for the Feast Day pranks. This is telling you how to play the game. These are the little tutorial pop-ups in a place where you can reference them again if you need to. So, I don't need to read those. And then there's quest-related codex entries. So yeah, now we're ready to move on. So we're in the Fade right now, which is why everything looks all weird and blurry and weird. This is the Dream Realm, and this is where spirits come from, which, you know, can be demons. Combat basics. I'm not ready for combat. Base of healing. Okay, I don't want this tutorial to exist in my life. Shimmering Orb of Light. Remove your character's armor or clothing now. Okay. Replace your armor or clothing. I don't know where it went. Drag an item to your quick bar now. Are we done? Are we done tutorializing? It's difficult to be sure what this scintillating, shimmering item really is, but just holding it makes you feel better. It is something that will heal me. It's basically a weird Fade-specific healing potion. There's a disturbing statue here. It is a pretty disturbing statue.
As you say.
Codex. We got a codex. Beyond the Veil, Spirits and Demons. I'm gonna read that in just a second. I wanna kill this thing first. Hey now. Winter's Grasp, got it done. Healed myself. Now, my mana came back extremely quickly. It might have come back, like, instantly in the context of like ending combat and boom, all your mana comes back? I'm not really sure. I don't remember. And I didn't play a mage before. I mean, I had mages in my party sometimes, but like, I don't really remember anyway. It's been many years. Beyond the Veil, Spirits and Demons. It is challenging enough for the casual observer to tell the differences between the Fade and the creatures that live within it, let alone between one type of spirit and another. Spirits, some people hear it, some people fear it. Spirits, some people just won't go near it. In truth, there is little that distinguishes them, even for the most astute mages. Since spirits are not physical entities and are therefore not restricted to recognizable forms, or even having a form at all, one can never tell for certain what is alive and what is merely part of the scenery. It is therefore advisable for the inexperienced researcher to greet all objects he encounters. Okay, I'm supposed to greet all objects that I encounter, you guys, in the Fade. Alright, we're gonna take that very literally. Typically, we misuse the term spirit to refer only to the benign, or at least less malevolent creatures of the Fade. But in truth, all the denizens of the realm beyond the veil are spirits. As the chant of light notes, everything within the Fade is a mimicry of our world. A poor imitation, for the spirits do not remotely understand what they are copying. It is no surprise that much of the Fade appears like a manuscript translated from Tevinter into Orlesian and back again by drunken initiates. In general, spirits are not complex. Or rather, they are not complex as we understand such things. Each one seizes upon a single facet of human experience: rage, hunger, compassion, hope, etc. This one idea becomes their identity. We classify as demons those spirits who identify themselves with darker human emotions and ideas. The most common and weakest form of demon one encounters in the Fade is the rage demon. They are much like perpetually boiling kettles, for they exist only to vent hatred, but rarely have an object to hate. Somewhat above these are the hunger demons, who do little but eat, or attempt to eat, everything they encounter, including other demons. This is rarely successful. Then there are the sloth demons. These are the first intelligent creatures one typically finds in the Fade. They are dangerous only on those rare occasions that they can be induced to get up and do harm. That sounds like me. Too lazy to be dangerous. Desire demons are more clever and far more powerful, using all forms of bribery to induce mortals into their realms. Wealth, love, vengeance, whatever lies closest to your heart. The most powerful demons yet encountered are the pride demons, perhaps because they, among all their kind, most resemble men. From Beyond the Veil, Spirits and Demons, by enchanter Mirdramel. And we learned about a wisp as well. A great deal is made of the most powerful demons, those that create abominations and those that have changed the history of Thedas. And the most evil of all are the work demons. Yeah, they are, Nox. It is often forgotten that not all demons, hashtag not all demons, are such awe-inspiring beings. Some that break through the cracks in the veil into our world are known as wisps, a sliver of a thought that once was. A wisp is a demon that has lost its power. Either it has existed in our world for too long without finding a true host, or it has been destroyed. Often, so we've found, by other demons. What remains of its mind clings tightly to the one concept that created it, a hatred of all things living. While its ability to target a living creature is limited, these wisps often mindlessly attack when encountered in the Fade. In the living world, they often have been known to maliciously lure the living into dangerous areas, being mistaken for lanterns or other civilized light sources. This does, however, seem to be the very limit of their cunning. From the journal of former senior enchanter Malleus, once of the Circle of Ravane, declared apostate in 920 Dragon Age. We are in the Dragon Age. The Age of Dragons. So see, I could actually move around like this if I wanted to. Or I can move around with Wazda while in this view. Greetings, strange three pillar things. Greetings, things that look like horns sticking out. Greetings, four weird frond things. Greetings, pillar. We're on the pillar. Greetings, other pillar.
It shall be done. It's a fine thing we've done.
So combat ends, and my mana and health both restore on their own to full. Wow, that's nice. Greetings, giant evil carrot. Greetings, Wisp.
As you say.
Someone else thrown to the wolves, as fresh and unprepared as ever. It isn't right that they do this, the Templars. Not to you, me, anyone.
Greetings, little rat person. It's Fenris. Wizard is OP. OP as fuck. Is this the Fade?
It's always the same. But it's not your fault. You're in the same boat I was, aren't you? Allow me to welcome you to the Fade. You can call me, well, Mouse.
Not your real name, I take it.
No, I don't remember anything from before. The Templars kill you if you take too long, you see. They figure you failed, and they don't want something getting out. That's what they did to me, I think. I have no body to reclaim, and you don't have much time before you end up the same.
I'm sorry for what happened.
Don't waste time with that talk. You don't want to end up like this. There's something here, contained, just for an apprentice like you. You have to face the creature, a demon, and resist it. If you can. That's your way out. Or your opponents, if the Templars wouldn't kill you. A test for you. A tease for the creatures of the Fade.
Why pit me against such a creature?
A question for those in the tower. Maybe you'll be lucky enough to ask. Maybe someday, so will I. There are others here. Other spirits. They will tell you more. Maybe help. If you can believe anything you see. I'll follow, if that's all right. My chance was long ago. But you may have a way out.
I've got a little mouse
A dangerous
following me.
spirit is not far. Don't go near it unless you're ready to fight. It is dangerous to be out in the open like this. Not that hiding helps much in the Fade.
What do you know about the Fade?
It's the realm of dreams. You know that, don't you? Everyone comes here to dream. But it's fleeting, and they remember little. But mages can enter awake, and that draws attention. There are many spirits in the Fade. These demons feed on the dark parts of the mind. The Templars in the tower would give them a meal for certain.
Where are these other spirits you mentioned?
Directions are tough here. If you look around, I'll tell you if we're getting close. How about that?
Sure, buddy. Hashtag making shit up. Is it possible to change like you do?
Maybe. If you're able to forget that you're you, that takes a long time. You can't think like a spirit. They shape the Fade according to their will. Solid things, real things are just more complicated ideas. I think you'd better focus on something simpler. Defeat your spirit or demon, or be killed.
How do I get out of here?
Normally there are doorways out, portals, but I think the mages have sealed them. I don't know how long that lasts. Until you complete your harrowing, I imagine.
Well, let's keep moving.
I'm ready if you are. It is dangerous to be out in the open like this. Not that hiding helps much in the Fade.
Why make us face a spirit or demon for the harrowing?
Because they're sadistic bastards, that's why. And I'm not talking about demons. Everyone must face the harrowing because there's a small chance a mage might become possessed and become an abomination. Thrown to the mercy of a demon when you're at your weakest. For the safety of all.
Honestly, it seems pretty reasonable to me, right? If magic is that dangerous and their mages are at so much risk of being corrupted by demons and everything else, you really want to weed out all the ones who are weak-willed before you start teaching them a bunch of powerful shit. I mean, it just makes sense to me. It is reasonable, given the danger level of, you know, the corrupting of demons and magic in this world. It seems fair. Make sure that the ones that move forward with the training can actually handle it, you know? Now, the fact that they fucking murder the people who don't, that part's a little bit questionable. They teach that abominations are extremely dangerous.
But how many mages have met their fate in tests like this over the centuries? Don't those lives matter as well? It's either that or they turn you into a freak. A tranquil who can't be possessed, but who also can't feel anything. Ever. The circle is a prison. You have choices between joining and suffering various deaths of body or spirit. Remember that.
Being turned into a tranquil might not be that bad. It sounds like Baldur from God of War. I can't feel anything! Tell me more about the creature I must face.
There are many creatures in the Fade. Some all fire and rage. Some less so.
How does one resist being possessed?
You fight it, I think. You kill it. Think of it this way. Everything here is a matter of will, right? I'm not really a mouse. Just like you're not really standing there in that body. You fight the creature. You're resisting it. If it wins, it defeats you and possesses you.
And what happens then?
Then you die. Not from the demon, oh no. The Templars will take care of that. I'm sorry. I suppose it's not very helpful to say that.
Have you seen anyone defeat a demon before?
I don't remember. It's been a long time since I saw anyone else. I think there were others like you before, but when? I don't think everyone who takes the harrowing comes here, to this place in the Fade. Or maybe they do, and I've forgotten.
Where do I find this demon?
We already passed the place where I saw it last. It will probably come back there later, if it doesn't find you first. I'm ready if you are.
Except we're not actually going to keep moving.
It is dangerous to be out in the open like this. Not that hiding helps much in the Fade.
How have you survived here for so long?
I missed my chance. So I became small, unnoticeable. I hide from the bigger things, learn from the smaller things. There are places you can hide where the shadows go on forever. You stay there long enough, and the shadows begin to creep inside of you. I don't know how long it's been. Forever, maybe.
The Templars simply killed you.
That is what happens to the physical bodies of apprentices who fail. They'd kill every mage if they could. All the Templars see in magic is danger. And they don't just use the harrowing. If you learn a little too much, they'll label you a blood mage and kill you on sight. True mages like you know that the power you hold is a gateway to greater things. A potential they can never hope to contain.
You're getting a little crazy, Mouse. Isn't that also the option of the right of tranquility?
Be turned into an emotionless freak? That is what it is, you know? To never dream, never feel. Even demons abhor them. But I suppose that is the trade-off. They can't be possessed. As if that is worse than losing yourself. You don't want to lose yourself here. Being nothing would be easier than this.
See, if you think about it, the tranquil thing, right? At first glance it sounds bad, because, oh, you could never feel joy again, you could never feel hope, or love, or happiness, or pleasure. Oh no, that would suck, right? But, think about it. You also can't feel sadness, or loss, or regret, or depression, or longing. So you wouldn't miss any of those things, because you wouldn't feel any of the negative feelings that you would feel from not having those things. So you'd pretty much just be set. I mean, you could get a lot of shit done if you didn't feel anything. Just saying. You don't want to lose yourself here. Being nothing would be easier than this. Do you want to die?
I think you should finish your harrowing.
Look, we're not done, little buddy.
It is dangerous to be out in the open like this. Not that Heidi helps much in the Fade.
Is there no way I can help you get out of here?
Out of here? Out of the Fade? I don't know. I don't have a body waiting for me. It's not something I try to think about. Stay here too long and it's like being adrift. Pieces of you float away until you're not even a memory.
Are you certain?
I have no example to compare myself against. Only people like you, taking the harrowing. Mages, real ones that come here. They ignore me. They think I'm a spirit pretending to be me. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Let's just get you out of here. It is dangerous to be out in the open like this.
There's no
Not
need
that
to follow
hiding
me.
help. Oh, it's no trouble. I've helped a few other people. I can help you. It's difficult to just hide when another apprentice is in the Fade.
Alright, let's keep moving.
I'm ready if you are.
Alright. So, we've talked to Mouse. Plot helpers. You know what I'm thinking about doing? Just fixing up my key bindings. Okay, good. For the first 10 quick slots at least. And then character record needs to be K, and this needs to be L. Okay, good. Delirium Vein. Pretty sure that will restore my mana.
That is where the test will take place. The creature can be anywhere, but it manifests there.
Greetings, Flames. Greetings, Delirium Vein. Are you a person? Are you a spirit? Greetings, lonely little Spike. $27 XP. What if highlight items was not tab? What if it was button 3? That's better. I mean, it could be tab also, don't get me wrong. It's good to have options. Build a matrix and enslave humanity? Yeah, exactly. A vase of healing.
It shall be done.
Got some more shimmering orbs. Twisted structure. Hello, greetings, Twisted Structure. Greetings, Vaz.
I shall do it.
New Codex, the Black City. No traveler to the Fade. Where was that? No traveler to the Fade can fail to spot the Black City. It is one of the few constants of that ever-changing place. No matter where one might be, the city is visible, always far off, for it seems that the only rule of geography in the Fade is that all points are equidistant from the Black City. The chant teaches that the Black City was once the seat of the Maker, basically heaven, from whence he ruled the Fade, left empty when men turned away from him. Dreamers do not go there, nor do spirits. Even the most powerful demons seem to avoid the place. It was golden and beautiful once, so the story goes, until a group of powerful Magister Lords from the Tevinter Imperium devised a means of breaking in. When they did so, their presence defiled the city, turning it black, which was, perhaps, the least of their worries. From Beyond the Veil, Spirits and Demons by Enchanter Mirdramel. And there it is. You guys see it? Off in the distance there? There's the Black City right there. Looks pretty cool. I don't know about y'all. I want to go there. Greetings, Black City. Greetings, Death Carrots. Hey, there's an actual spirit right there.
Another spirit this way. It never seemed equal to its name to me.
The Spirit of Valor.
Another mortal thrown into the flames and left to burn, I see. Your mages have devised a cowardly test. Better you were pitted against each other to prove your mettle with skill, and to be sent unarmed against a demon.
You know why I'm here?
You are not the first sent here for such testing, nor shall you be the last, I suspect. That you remain means you have not yet defeated your hunter. I wish you a glorious battle to come.
What kind of spirit are you?
I am Valor, a warrior spirit. I hone my weapons in search of the perfect expression of combat.
What else do you know about the harrowing?
Is that what your test is called? I know little of your mortal ways. I do know that a demon has been called, and told that a meal awaits. It will not, cannot leave, until one of you is dead.
Did you create all of these weapons?
They are brought into being by my will. I understand that in your world, mages are the only ones who can will things into being. Those mortals who cannot must lead such hollow, empty lives.
Would one of these weapons affect the demon?
Without a doubt. In this realm, everything that exists is the expression of a thought. Do you think these blades be steel? The staves be wood? Do you believe they draw blood? A weapon is a single need for battle, and my will makes that need reality. Do you truly desire one of my weapons? I will give one to you, if you agree to duel me first. Valor shall test your mettle as it should be tested.
We're in the Matrix, guys. Do you think that's air you're breathing now? Seems you would prefer to kill me yourself. Willpower use, apparently. Let's try that one.
How dare you accuse me? I am no demon preying upon helpless mortals to steal their essence. I am a being of honor and valor. I am a warrior.
Then prove it. Help me fight the demon.
You are insolent. But your will is unquestionably strong. Very well, mortal. You prove to me that you possess the strength to resist this demon. Go. Prove your worth as you must. I am confident you will succeed.
So is he gonna help me? Oh, items received. Valor's Staff. Can I sort this by newest? Thank you. Valor's Staff. The staff seems eerily familiar. So, staves in this game are a mage weapon that actually shoot, like, bolts at the enemies. So I don't have to, like, run up and melee with this staff. I can use it kind of like a gun. Survive the harrowing. Mouse mentioned other entities that may help you with the harrowing. You have earned a powerful staff from a spirit called Valor.
You have Valor's staff. There is nothing else I can do for you.
Greetings, Weapon Racks. Greetings, Flaming Anvil. Greetings, weird spiral shell thing. You know, I don't think I really need to greet everything after all. I think the book was wrong. I'm pretty sure I only have to greet things that have a little conversation bubble icon when I mouse over them, like you. Map looks cool. Am I gonna use my staff on them or what?
I shall do it.
I got jumped. Oh, thanks for the help, Mouse.
It is dangerous to be out in the open like this. Not that hiding helps much in the Fade.
Never mind.
I'm ready if you are. Be cautious. There is another spirit here. Not the one hunting you, but still.
What's that there? A sloth demon. I would do some evil shit, but I'm just too tired.
So, you are the mortal being hunted. And the small one, is he to be a snack for me?
I don't like this. He's not going to help us. We should go.
No matter. The demon will get you eventually. And perhaps there will even be scraps left.
What kind of spirit are you?
It's a demon. Maybe even more powerful than the one chasing after you.
Be gone. Surely you have better things to do than bother sloth, mortal. I tire of you already.
Why are you called Sloth? What are you?
I am a spirit of sloth. Yes, a creature of the Fade. Unlike yourself, mortals are ever the visitors here. Still, you serve your function. Only the mortals like yourself are truly annoying.
I don't appreciate being called annoying. Mortals are like myself.
You are aware. A mortal with power and will. The sort of creature that some spirits hunger for. I might be inclined for such a meal myself. It would be interesting to see the mortal world through your eyes, live inside your form. But I am disinclined to begin such a struggle.
So you're a demon?
As you mortals might term it. But not all demons are demons. Worry about the one hunting you.
I need help defeating a demon.
You have a very nice staff. Why would you need me? Go. Use your weapon, since you have earned it. Be valorous.
He looks powerful. It might be possible that he could teach you to be like him.
Like me? You mean teach the mortal to take this form? Why? Most mortals are too attached to their forms to learn the change. You, on the other hand, little one, might be a better student. You let go of the human form years ago.
I don't think I'd make a very good bear. How would I hide?
Hiding doesn't solve anything. We need to face our fears.
We? I have faced more in this place than you can imagine. Fear is just one more thing. But you are right. Hiding doesn't help. I'm sorry, it's the Fade. It changes you. I'll try. I'll try to be a bear. If you'll teach me.
That's nice. But teaching is so exhausting.
Too tired to teach.
Away with you now.
I told you he wasn't going to help us.
You can't just suggest something and then change your mind.
I can't. You have so much to learn about the Fade, little mortal.
Mouse wants to learn. Teach him.
You wish to learn my form, little one? Then I have a challenge for your friend. Answer 3 riddles correctly, and I will teach you.
Oh,
Then,
yeah.
And I will devour you both. The decision is yours.
Riddle time. I accept your challenge, Sloth.
Truly? Oh, This gets more and more promising. My first riddle is this. I have seas with no water, coasts with no sand, towns without people, mountains without land. What am I?
Thank God this shit is multiple choice. I kind of want to get the riddles wrong on purpose just so I can fight this guy. It's a map. It's got to be a map. A map?
Correct. Let's move on. The second riddle. I'm rarely touched, but often held. If you have wit, you'll use me well. What am I?
Tongue. It's tongue. You're a wizard, though, supposed to kneel to your demands. Well, I'm pretty much an apprentice, though, is the thing. My tongue.
Yes, your witty tongue. Fair enough. One more try, shall we? Often will I spin a tale, never will I charge a fee. I'll amuse you an entire eve, but alas, you won't remember me. What am I?
An annoying riddler! A dream. It's a dream. A dream?
You are correct. Rather apropos here in the Fade, no? But you've won my challenge and proven yourself an amusing distraction. So, I shall teach you my form. Now, listen carefully.
Montage?
Like this? Am I a bear? It feels heavy.
Close enough. Go then and defeat your demon or whatever you intend to do. I grow weary of your mortal prattling.
Codex updated. Sloth demon. Also, wolf, apparently. Also, trolling party members. New party members joined you. Friendly fire. There is friendly fire. Oh, easy difficulty setting. Party members take no damage for friendly fire. That's great. So I'm a mage in this, and I'm on easy, so I can just nuke my own party members. Good times. That makes things like fireball and stuff much more attractive. And I looked at the creature, and it had become me, a veritable copy of my form, of my very mind, stared back at me as if from within a mirror. I thought surely that this was a trick, an illusion meant to put me off guard, but as I engaged the thing with my sword, it fought me with maneuvers that I recognized. It parried as I parried. It swung as I swung. It spoke to me and said things that only I could know. I think this demon of sloth has no form or identity of its own. It is envy as much as sloth, I believe, and mine was not the first shape it stole that day. An excerpt from a transcribed deposition of Tyrannus, Templar commander of Cumberland in 390 Towers. The most difficult assumption for some who study demons is to overcome is the notion that a sloth demon is, in and of itself, slothful. If that were so, it seems highly unlikely that any such demons would cross the veil into our own world, or once here would fight to possess any creature with a will of its own. And we know both of these things to not be the case. Certainly, some demons are lazy and complacent, but who knows? Perhaps these creatures even cultivate such a reputation. The truth is that demons of sloth are named so because this is the portion of the human psyche that they feed upon. Doubt, apathy, entropy, They seek to spread these things. The sloth demon hides in its forms, a master of shapes and disguises, always in the last place you look, and from its hiding place it spreads its influence. A community afflicted by a demon of sloth could soon become a dilapidated pit, where injustices are allowed to pass without comment, and none of the residents could be aware that such a change has even taken place. The sloth demon weakens, tires, tears at the edges of consciousness, and would much rather render its victim helpless than engaged in a true conflict. Such creatures are best faced only with a great deal of will, and only with an eye to piercing their many disguises. I feel like I have a sloth demon that's like possessing me. What do you suppose a wolf is, you guys? It is rather unfair, the reputation that the wolf possesses in Ferelden. For a people that so clearly adore their hounds, Fereldans simultaneously harbor a distrust of wolves that borders on the unreasonable. Unreasonable, that is, if one were not familiar with the ancient legends regarding werewolves. There was a time in Ferelden's past when demons inhabited the bodies of wolves in great numbers, causing the wars against werewolves and spreading great fear and panic. The werewolves were slain, but even today the noble wolf is still looked upon with distrust. From Legends of Ferelden by Mother Alis of Denerim, 910 Dragon. An attack by wolves upon civilized folk happens rarely, only in times of desperation, and even then only when the wolves have the advantage of numbers. This can change during a blight. When darkspawn rise onto the surface, their presence dramatically alters the savage nature of normal beasts. And blights passed, as the corruption of the darkspawn spread through the wilder areas of Thedas, it would infect the animals found there, and the more powerful of them would survive and be transformed into a more vicious and dangerous beast. A blight wolf is one such example, mad with the pain of its infection, and only through the overriding command of the darkspawn does it still retain some semblance of its pack instincts. Blight wolves are always found in large groups and will tend to overwhelm a single target if they can, using their numbers to their advantage. It is fortunate that these creatures rarely survive their corruption for very long. Mouse mentioned other entities that may help you with the herring. One of the spirit sloth has taught Mouse to take the shape of a bear.
I've taught the mouse. Do not persist in bothering me. I'm tired.
And there is a spirit of rage.
Oh, is it time to fight? So Mouse can do some slam and some rage. Here's Mouse's character sheet. An animal. Has a lot of strength and constitution. Has no items equipped. So Mouse has his own tactics set up, I guess. Disabling tactics on my main character. Oh, I can take control of the bear and run around as him. Oh! You're barely gonna survive this. I'm just barreling forward. It's embarrassing how many bear puns I'm gonna make. Okay. Let's play my character again.
Send me. Does Mouse immediately get all his health back? Very well.
I've never felt this way before. It's strange.
Tell me more about the creature I must face.
There are many
already
creatures in
said
the
this.
Fade. I'm ready if you are.
Well,
And so it comes to me at last. Soon I shall see the land of the living with your eyes, creature. You shall be mine, body and soul.
it's 2 against 1. You really want to fight us both?
Amusing. Have you not told it of our arrangement, Mouse?
What?
We don't have an arrangement. Not anymore.
And after all those wonderful meals we have shared, now suddenly the mouse has changed the rules?
It's a work demon.
I'm not a mouse now. And soon I won't have to hide. I don't need to bargain with you.
We shall see.
No, I don't want to control him. I just want to heal him.
As you say. Very well. Foolish!
You did it. You actually did it. When you came, I hoped that maybe you might be able to... But I never really thought any of you were worthy.
Maybe your entire party can be wizards. Eventually it could be, I think. No, it couldn't be because there's only 2 wizard NPCs available. So only 3 people could be wizards out of 4. Or you could just have 3 people in your team, though, and not have a 4th person. The ones you betrayed before me, what were their names?
What? They were not as promising as you. It was a long time ago. I don't remember their names. I don't even remember my own name. It's the Fade, and the Templars killing me. Like they tried with you.
So what is it that you think you can get from me?
You defeated a demon. You completed your test. With time, you will be a master enchanter with no equal. And maybe there's hope in that for someone as small and as forgotten as me. If you want to help, there may be a way for me to leave here, to get a foothold outside. You just need to want to let me in.
No. I'm starting to think the other demon wasn't my test.
What? What do you... Of course it was! What else is here that could harm an apprentice of your potential? You are a smart one.
Simple killing is a warrior's job. The real dangers of the Fade are preconceptions, careless trust, pride.
Welp.
Keep your wits about you, mage. True tests never end.
We've completed the harrowing. Dun dun dun. Get 20 or 30 wizards and just blow up world bosses in one shot.
Are you alright? Say something, please.
Where am I? Is this the Fade?
You're in the dormitory. Take a deep breath. You're safe. Oh, I'm glad you're alright. They carried you in this morning. I didn't even realize you'd been gone all night. I've heard about apprentices who never come back from harrowings. Is it really that dangerous? What was it like?
It was a test of ability, that's all.
There must be something more, or they'd tell the apprentices what's involved. I know I'm not supposed to know, but we're friends. Just a little hint, and I'll stop asking, I promise.
I had to enter the Fade.
Really? That's it?
And if a demon possesses you, they kill you.
That makes sense. They want to see if you can resist a demon and stop yourself from becoming an abomination. And now you get to move to the nice mage's quarters upstairs. I'm stuck here and I don't know when they'll call me for my harrowing.
Don't worry so much about it.
Easy for you to say. I've been here longer than you have. Sometimes I think they just don't want to test me.
It's because you're a scrub, Jowan. It's because you're a scrub. Doesn't everyone go through a harrowing?
The tranquil never go through a harrowing. You do the harrowing, the rite of tranquility, or you die. That's what happens.
They're not going to kill you, Jowan.
They might not. But the rite of tranquility is just as bad, maybe worse. You've seen the tranquil around the tower. Like Owain, who runs the stockroom. He's so cold. No, not even cold. There's just nothing in him. It's like he's dead but still walking. His voice, his eyes are lifeless.
What did they do to him?
He's been made tranquil. I don't know how they do it exactly, but you're cut off from the Fade. It takes away your magic abilities, along with your dreams and emotions.
No emotions. How's that possible?
The Fade is the dream realm. Maybe it's a side effect of being cut off from the Fade. No dreams, no emotions? Apprentices can ask to be made tranquil if they fear the harrowing, but the Circle also forces tranquility on those they feel are weak. And sometimes they force it upon apprentices they think might be too dangerous as mages. I shouldn't waste your time with this. I was supposed to tell you to see Irving as soon as you woke up.
What for?
He didn't tell me. About the harrowing, I'd guess, but you never know with Irving. You'd better not keep him waiting. We can speak later.
Leveling up! Okay. I'm gonna grab 2 more points of cunning, so I qualify for the next coercion thing. And I'm gonna grab another point of willpower. And I get a spell. So, what spells do I want? I can get a Flame Blast. I can get a Rock Armor. It was a Rock Armor. I can get Frost Weapons. I can get a Bolt of Lightning. I can get Rejuvenate. can get heroic offense, bonus to attack, whiff of paralysis, spell wisp. Oh, I do like Mind Blast, but I think I need a little more offense before I start getting fancy. Frost weapons and go melee wizard? I don't think it's a good idea to go melee wizard until you can get the arcane warrior specialization. Which helps you be a melee wizard. I'm thinking lightning. Be good to have another attack spell.
Did you hear anything? Is she all right? Is she awake?
Why do you care? Are you best friends now?
I'm just curious. That Templar, Cullen, said it was the quickest, cleanest harrowing he'd ever seen. He says she's very talented and very brave.
Well, he would, wouldn't he?
I just know I'll be terrified when my time comes. Like Wendell was. He'd throw up every day for the next week just thinking about it.
Nice. And now we have 99 health and 181 mana. And we have some more attack spells. And heal. I don't think I have these shimmering orbs of light anymore. I think they were only for use in the Fade. So that could come off my bar. But I do have some lesser health poultices, which can go here. A skilled herbalist has rendered a variety of medicinal ingredients into this soothing, restorative substance. I don't know how the fuck you're supposed to use a poultice in battle. Like, a poultice. You've got to, like, smear it on a wound and, like, I don't know. I assume it's kind of just like a bag of the poultice goop, and you just reach in there and just quickly smear some on your wounds. I don't know. It seems strange that they made it poultice and not just potions. So you see, next level I can get expert coercion because I have 14 cunning. I don't know if I get a skill next level, but whenever I get a skill, a mage of the circle. See what Irving wants from you. Jowan, another circle apprentice, roused you from your slumber the morning after your harrowing. After fretting about his own delayed harrowing, Jowan informed you that Irving would like to speak with you. Do not keep the first enchanter waiting. Look, I'm gonna keep the first enchanter waiting. You survived your time in the Fade and resisted the hidden demonic threat. You've completed the harrowing. Wolf. Rage Demon. Encountered in the Fade, the true form of a rage demon is a frightening sight. A thing of pure fire, its body seemingly made of amorphous lava, and its eyes two pinpricks of baleful light radiating from its core. The abilities of such a demon center on the fire it generates. It burns those who come near, and the most powerful of its kind are able to lash out with bolts of fire and even firestorms that can affect entire areas. Fortunately, even powerful rage demons are less intelligent than most other varieties. Their tactics are simple. Attack an enemy on sight with as much force as possible until it perishes. Some rage demons carry over their heat-based abilities into possessed hosts, but otherwise the true form is mostly seen outside of the Fade, when it's specifically summoned by a mage to do his bidding. Look, each and every conversation we've had so far is saved in here. It's pretty fucking awesome, actually. Alright. You probably have to do it all Polter Sculptor. Polter Sculptor, Nox? Okay.
Jowan's been acting weird all day. Have you seen him? Congratulations on your test. Congratulations on your test.
What do we have here? Lyrium dust. This is lyrium found in natural powdered state, ready to be incorporated into potions. Nice. So if I had a flask, I could make a lyrium potion.
Jowan's been acting weird all day. Have you seen him?
An apprentice cowl.
This tower is too cold. My mentor says I have great potential. This tower is too cold.
I wonder when I'll get to go for my harrowing. Hello there. Hello there.
You don't get to have a harrowing because you're not cool like me. This place is pretty cool. I like the architecture of this tower. Circle towers are frequently drafty. The senior enchanters distribute these to the apprentices in the winter. Where they come by the cows, however, is a mystery. Now, if I equip this, I would then look like this. And frankly, it looks ridiculous. I don't need the +5 missile resistance that bad. So, it even shows you the vision cone of where you're looking on the map. That's really helpful. I just came out of this apprentice dorm. I'm in the apprentice quarters. It shows me where the staircases are to go up and down, I guess. So much better map than, I don't know, say, Pathfinder Kingmaker?
Hear what? I heard they suspect someone of dabbling in blood magic. Why would anyone do something so stupid? That's a death sentence.
Because blood magic is powerful. You can bend others to your will and force demons into your service.
That's what I hear anyway.
That's what he hears anyway.
I heard that Cullen's in love with you.
Wait, what?
How does it feel to be done with the harrowing? I heard that Cullen's in love with you.
I really hate how the Templars are always staring at us. Did you hear about the apprentice who disappeared last week? I wish I could leave the tower once in a while.
I like how I'm just
It is
randomly...
begun.
A Lyrium potion. Potion that contains a small amount of refined lyrium.
It shall be done.
Oh, I found Buckle of the Winds. I'm sure nobody will miss this magic item. This buckle, attached to a simple leather belt, is cool to the touch and delicately engraved. Adds +3 defense, but I'm already wearing the Guildmaster's belt, so pretty happy with where I'm at. Spell power affects staff damage, okay. I wasn't sure if that was the case, but it does.
As you say.
All Polter Sculptor, he says. A magic staff. This is a standard mage's staff, infused with lyrium by the Tranquil to increase its sturdiness and provide a conduit for a mage's power. With it, the mage can fire bolts of energy at range. I just realized I don't have a weapon because the one that I had in the Fade wasn't a real item. So I actually do need a new staff. Or, you know, any staff at all. Wow, that's an ugly ass staff though. Looks like I fucking got some burnt stick on my back. Looks like we can go down to the basement right there, but we're not going to do that right now. Blank vellum. Fine treated lambskin suitable for exacting illustration and script. Not sure if I can do anything with that or not. I'm pretty sure you can't make scrolls in this.
You must control the fire with your will. Keep the flames steady. We don't want it sputtering and leaping about. That's what causes most of the injuries.
Injuries? But...
Steady. It reacts to your emotions. If you panic, it will... No. Breathe. You know, in my experience, flint and tinder works just as well. Maybe we should start with that.
Learning to control the magics. You know, that must be pretty difficult when you're first starting off as an apprentice mage and you're trying to control the fucking forces of the elements with nothing but your mind. It's probably pretty difficult.
Good day to you. Good day to you. Good day to you.
What makes it such a good day?
I've only burnt myself once today. I think that's progress. I've only burnt myself once. This is hard.
A lot of books.
We're all really happy for you. We're all really happy for you.
Are you really, though? Are you really?
Gerda told me the Templars watch us while we bathe. I hope that's not true.
And what do you think that means?
That's kind of creepy.
Only boys can do magic.
Hey!
No, that's not what it means.
It means that magic should be used to help people, but we can't use our magic to force people to do what we want.
That's right. We should not abuse the gift the Maker has given us.
Don't use your magic. Alright, where is this book that I keep seeing? Here. It's a book about the Fade. The study of the Fade is as old as humankind. For so long as men have dreamed, we have walked its twisting paths, sometimes catching a glimpse of the city at its heart. Always as close as our own thoughts, but impossibly separated from our world. The Tevinter Imperium once spent vast fortunes of gold, lyrium, and human slaves in an effort to map the terrain of the Fade, an ultimately futile endeavor. Although portions of it belong to powerful spirits, all of the Fade is in constant flux. The Imperium succeeded in finding the disparate and ever-shifting realms of a dozen demon lords, as well as cataloging a few hundred types of spirits before they were forced to abandon the project. The relationship of dreamers to the Fade is complex. Even when entering the Fade through the use of lyrium, mortals are not able to control or affect it. The spirits who dwell there, however, can, and as the Chantry teaches us, the great flaw of the spirits is that they have neither imagination nor ambition. They create what they see through their own sleeping visitors, building elaborate copies of our cities, people, and events, which, like the reflections in a mirror, ultimately lack context or life of their own. Even the most powerful demons merely plagiarize the worst thoughts and fears of mortals and build their realms with no other ambition than to taste life. From Tranquility and the Role of the Fade in Human Culture by First Enchanter Josephus.
I hear Irving's waiting to give you your mage robes.
I'm gonna get some robes, huh?
I like ponies.
Does your mentor give you lots of homework too?
Boys are better at magic than girls.
I like ponies.
Being in the tower is much better than being on the farm.
Farm.
Boys are better at magic than
I
girls.
can't wait to learn the fire spells. It looks like fun.
Boys are better at magic than girls.
I'll fucking kill you, you little shit.
Aren't the children just precious?
No, they're not. They're obnoxious.
Aren't the children just precious?
So many books. So many books.
Concentrate. Hold the shield. If I had put all my power behind that spell, you would have been obliterated. I am not your enemy. Fear is your enemy. It is a weakness that can be exploited. Should you face a demon with your will wavering so, it would consume you. Is that what you want? No? Then stand firm and know you can resist whatever I throw at you. Again.
Hello there. I wonder when I'll get to go for my heroin. I wonder when I'll get to go for my heroin.
Anything else I can loot and or read in here?
I heard Humbert volunteered to take the right of tranquility. How awful. How does it feel to be done with the harrowing?
Great.
How does...
Feels great, honestly. I love being done with the harrowing. There could have been something over here that I didn't...
Does it feel to be done with the harrowing?
Hold on. Probably have to do it all Polter Sculptor.
Gregor hasn't said anything yet. And shh, we're on duty.
Yeah, there's no one here.
Someone's always watching. I swear it's like the walls have eyes.
Hey, did you hear about that apprentice they're going to send for?
Shh.
Everybody's really paranoid in this place. It's not the best atmosphere for learning, I'm just saying. the problem here? Lyrium dust. Is this the exit?
Yes, is there something you need?
That's a big door.
Yes, it is. Do you need something, or are you just here to state the obvious?
What's out there?
For Eldon, it's not very interesting. Mostly farms, the occasional river.
Is this the only way out of the tower?
The only safe one, as far as I know. There are windows on the higher levels, but surely you don't need me to warn you of the dangers of leaping from them. It never ends well.
Can I leave the tower?
No, you may not. I'm surprised you ask. I would have thought you'd be used to this idea by now.
Why can't I leave?
Only mages on official circle business are allowed to leave the tower, and the first enchanter has not informed us of any mages leaving the tower today.
I guess I'll go then.
Make a smile fortune on you.
What if I just... Whoop! Not possible to pick.
At least you get to walk around. I'm stuck guarding this door for another 3 hours. At least you get to walk around. I'm stuck guarding this door for another...
So this is the way out, but unfortunately... Yeah, he said farms. There's farms, Nox. They might even have cows. Cow... Cows that you can encounter. Could be so many of them that you can't even calculate how many there are.
I heard that Cullen's in love with you.
Well, they certainly don't say that when you play a male mage. Male mage. Oh, there's another book I can read.
I heard Irving wants to see you. Did you hear the rumor about someone being a blood mage? I heard Irving wants to see you.
Jowan's been acting weird all day. Have you seen him? Congratulations on your test.
New codex. Mana and the use of magic. Mana is that which defines a mage. It is potential that dwells within a person, but does not always manifest itself. Does not always manifest itself. All men are connected to the Fade. We go there to dream, but only those with this potential may draw upon its power. Mana is, then, a measurement of one's ability to draw power from the Fade, and it is this power that is expended in magic. As in all other things, it has limits. Just as a man has the strength to lift only so much weight and no more, a mage cannot work more magic at one time than his mana allows. If he wishes to work magic that would be beyond his strength, a mage must bolster his mana with lyrium. Without lyrium, it is possible for the reckless to expend their own life force in the working of magic, and occasionally, ambitious apprentices injure or even kill themselves by overexertion. From the lectures of First Enchanter Wenceslas. We've also learned about locked items. Alright. Well, these stairs should lead us up to the second floor. Invisible magic cows. That's right. Invisible magic cows. Absolutely. Absolutely. Alright, if you're watching on Twitch right now, don't go anywhere because the stream is not over. But if you're watching on YouTube, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you for watching. This has been Josiah Plays Dragon Age Origins.